You finished?
Is that June?
Yeah. Hey everyone, welcome back to Catching Up with the Walkers. From me, Cassie, June, and I think Dolly might be trying to make some noise back there.
And Jingles.
And Mr. Jingles, he's back here talking to me. He's been gone. I just told Cassie, Mr. Jingles has been gone. Watch him, he likes to love bite, so be careful.
Oh, well, I'm trying to be nice. I'm not a cat person, so.
But Mr. Jingles has been gone for 3 days.
Does this mark 2 years that we've had him on Christmas?
I don't know, he came on Christmas Day.
I don't think it was a year ago.
I don't think it was last year. I think it's been 2 years. And he likes to roam a little bit. We had him neutered though, so he wouldn't roam as much. And he still likes to roam a little bit. So
June is mad.
yeah, June's, because you got that feeding bucket in your hand and you're not feeding her. We'll take care of that. So Mr. Jingles still has food up there. So no Jingles, I'm not going and getting you more. I kept making sure he had food out. He's finally decided to come up and eat though.
He hasn't eaten in 4 days. Eaten here in 4 days.
Well, that's the thing. Sometimes I see him over by the neighbor's house, and he
stealing other people's cat food.
I seen him walking by the fence line one day with a mouse in his mouth.
June, quit pinning those ears back, getting mad.
Just, you know what happened last time.
I ain't gonna let it happen to me.
Yeah. Well, Cassie and I wanted to catch up with you guys before she heads off to work. I've already been working this morning at my job, Cassie. Gary's Construction and Remodeling, at your service.
Cassie has been doing laundry, and I mean it's like people wear clothes every single day or something.
Look at her. Somebody's been in the pond. June, the pond is off limits. The pond is off limits. Look at this. Look at that clay. She's got fresh clay on her. I'll have to dump that out.
You got it?
Yeah, I'll get it. All right, Cassie's going.
She's been rolling in the clay.
Yeah.
Well, most of it went over there. That wasn't a whole lot there.
So Dolly has it right here on her sides too. I think everybody's been playing in the clay. You see it on Faith.
June, be nice.
Last time I got bit by old Junie June.
And their primary diet is grass, people.
Yes, their primary diet's grass. There's grain there. She'll come up and eat. There's more food over here in the other feeder too, but they have this entire 30-acre pasture, and I put out hay pile there. There's a brand new hay pile up front, so not only do they have the old grass on the pasture, but they've got plenty of hay too.
So we used to have a donkey named Patsy. She had it doesn't matter which way it goes.
No, you just wrap it a couple times, it's fine.
She had a big old fat neck that laid over to the side because the people before us hadn't given her the right diet. That's how donkeys found her, if you give them too much feed and grain. I know I say this all the time, but there's always someone new that doesn't realize. But you can't give them too high protein diet or they will founder, causes their neck to get big and makes them sick.
Also, somebody asked the other day about Patsy, wondering where she was at. So I think it's good to remind people, for those that don't stop by all the time, where the animals go. Patsy is at a friend of ours, Ragnarok. How do you say it?
I never say it right.
So they have a beef jerky store. We'll go down here. Ragnarok Ranch, they have Patsy now, and they have beef jerky in town. If you guys are ever in Locust Grove, you know the drill. There you go, Benny boy.
But Patsy's doing great, and we traded her for jerky, and I think I need to go get more.
You need to get some more jerky? So Benny is always sweet. Every time I pet on him and love on him, yesterday he gave me all 4 feet. Benny, can I have this foot?
I just don't want to get all dirty before I go to work, so I'm not touching him too much. He's dusty.
See how he picks his feet up for me?
He's a good boy.
Good boy, Benny. He does it all the way around.
Hey, bub.
He's a good boy.
Look at all that dust coming off of him.
These donkeys love the dust. Here, can I have this one? Can I have it? Oh, thank you. Look at him. He just sits there and lets me hold it. He doesn't bother anything at all. So I think we really hit the jackpot with Benny.
Yes. Faith is not his daughter.
Got that question a lot.
But any babies born on the farm in the future will be his offspring. So Loretta never had a baby, so I guess she wasn't pregnant when we got her because it's been over a year now.
Yeah.
Takes 11 to 13 months, they say, give or take. So any new baby donkeys will be from Benny.
And we do have a good, solid, what's he called? Not a jack. We have a good jack. So I know a lot of people like to tell us about other jacks, but we have a good one. Don't forget, we're also here and there, Instagram and Facebook. You're watching this on YouTube, probably. You might be watching it on Facebook. But make sure and follow us everywhere if you want to see the up-to-date things. Cassie likes to post reels or stories.
I get behind, but I'm doing my best.
On different platforms, and sometimes you'll see stuff a little bit faster, but you'll always see it eventually here on Walker Farm Fam on YouTube. So, all right, how are you on time?
I still got about 30 minutes.
Let's feed the sheep then, because I feel like you need to go see Benjamin.
Yep.
And end the confusion on Benjamin and Benny.
I talked about that on a video recently.
Well, just in case.
She knows.
Zena.
No water.
No water. We got a little bit of rain last night, but not a lot.
There you go, sis. There you go, sister. Slobber, slobber. It's for them.
Call your sheep.
Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep. They don't listen to me.
Turkeys will probably come. I'm gonna dump out some food.
Sheep,
real
sheep,
quick
sheep,
for
sheep.
Sue, she's been coming up to the house, but
Hi, Rowdy.
I still
Rowdy,
put
you
the
have
food
water
out
in
here
yours.
too, just in case she wants it.
Ow. Ow.
There come the sheep.
Don't
So-
you feed Rowdy here?
Yeah, I feed Rowdy. Do a half a cup right here for Rowdy.
There is some water in it. I got most of it out.
All right, Rowdy will eat it. Zena, get on, move on. Zena loves to try to take
Back.
Rowdy's food.
Back.
So, good news in the sheep pen. We have been seeing Benjamin interested in the ladies. So, that's the good news. You wanna feed? I'll take that.
Dusty in here.
Yeah, it gets kind of dusty. I'd like to, that's one of the reasons I wanna redo Cassie's grow out pen. I wanna take this grow out pen out. I wanna come in here with the tractor and clean up all the old stuff, put down some new straw, and have this whole thing open
Whoa, ding dong,
for them.
right on top of her head. How
Yeah.
many?
That's probably good. I usually do about half in each one. So, Cassie's giving me that look like I already did more than that. It's okay.
Ugh, the dust.
I'll get on out. Now come out here and throw out
I'm
a
not
little,
being a city girl. It's just getting in my nose.
throw out a little bit to your
Sound like my sister. Oh, am I
Turkey.
gonna get dirty?
That'll work. So I can't, we'll have to do what we did yesterday with the alpacas, where I feed the cows and the alpacas at the same time,
Okay.
if we want to feed them, but
With this.
yeah. So Cassie didn't bring home the turkey that we saw whenever we were building the fence. On our last video, it was a white, what was it called, the
I'm
breed?
pretty sure it was a broad-breasted.
A broad-breasted. They're probably going to eat it, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
It was a neighbor's.
I'm not interested in a broad-breasted. They're like meat birds. They're supposed to be consumed after so long or they get health issues, so.
Watch out, Shelby. So Rowdy's over here eating by his lonesome. We've kind of got a system figured out here, as long as everybody cooperates.
It's asking a lot.
Yeah. Zena doesn't try to eat everybody's food. She just wants to sample everyone's foods, even the hay bale. When I put it out and roll it out, she'll go over there and grab some in her mouth. I don't know why she does
eats
that,
grass.
but she likes to do it. Just part of her gig, I guess. What she signed up for. So it's time for Cassie to say goodbye.
Hi.
Unfortunately, no. I have already went out to work on the house, the remodel out at Peg's this morning. So I'm going to share some of that with you guys, and you will come back and finish up here because I've got to take Mazzy to violin later.
I got 7th hour basketball, then I have after school archery, then I'll be home at probably not till like 7.
Okay, so it'll be a little later. So we have
Down
kind
lower.
of bad news. We expected bad news on the roof, but it was even a little worse than I expected. So we'll show you guys that right now. So today we are back at the remodel in Pegs, and the roofing guy just left. So one of the first things we want to do for this house is make sure, first we made sure the foundation was solid. Check, that's finished. That's good. If you don't have a good foundation, then you need to fix that first before anything else. Second, you go up to the roof, because the roof is going to protect anything else that we do as far as remodeling goes at this house. So the next thing we're going to do is replace the roof. So we just had the roofing guy out. He said it is at least 20 years old, but probably replaced around 2000 is his estimate. I have a picture I'll show you right now where some shingles are missing, and along the ridge cap there's several things. It's not really done right to begin with. It doesn't have enough ventilation in the top, so it needs to be replaced. It will make the house look a lot better, be nice, new, clean, straight roof. Also, the insurance will actually be able to insure it at that point. Right now, they have issues insuring it because it doesn't have a good roof. You couldn't put a claim against it anyway. So, first things first, new roof. Second thing is trying to protect everything that's there. So, it has a well, a water well, and it has a crawl space. So we want to go through and make sure everything in the crawl space is sealed off so no animals or varmints or anything can get in. Also the cold air. So we want to make sure and keep the cold air out. So I want to bring you guys along for just a little bit here while I'm working today and kind of show you what we're doing, making sure the crawl space is closed up. We've got one bid on the roof. We'll probably get one more bid just to be on the safe side and make sure everything's in the same realm. I trust the people that gave us the bid. They're local. I know their family, and I have zero hesitations about them, but I want to get one more bid just to be safe. All right, well, this kind of looks redneck, but I'll show you why. I put a handle on this in just a second. As we walk around here, though, you can see that is closed off well. I want to make sure all of these are kind of latched up, but when you get cold weather in Oklahoma, I need to close that one up. That one's not closed. You want to make sure all these are closed up good, because if not, you're going to have frozen pipes. And that's the last thing we want, is frozen pipes. So this is going to work for now. It's more or less temporary, but you can see it fits in there really good. So that's not going to go anywhere, and that handle you can pull out on it. So that will work for now. Later on, when I get my saws all set up and stuff, I'll build a box around that and put a swinging door with some hinges. But today, I'm just worried about air staying out of under the house. And that's our main concern today. So this is the second crawl space, and it had a board, but it's pretty rotten down here towards the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and replace it as well. All right, got another one ready to go in. So we'll take it back there. And it's turned out to be a really nice day. It's not too windy. It's not bad at all. So the next thing we're gonna look at is that well house, but we'll get back to it in a second. I wanna get these all taken care of first. All right, that one's taken care of. Went ahead and put a board over that one because it needs a new door. I think everything else here is good. That one's closed up. It's not open, so that's pretty good for the day. I am going to take some measurements right here on this well house, so it's kind of tricky, but I think the best thing to do, because this door I don't think is going to hold a lot of weight anyway, but it is pretty solid. I think the best thing to do is build a insert that'll go right inside of this 2x4 and 2x6 that's insulated. Put it there. Also, the roof will need some insulation, so that's the plan. I'll get some measurements on that. So there's the update of the house remodel for the day. I didn't get to spend a whole lot of time out here, but making sure that the most important things that need to be done right now are done, and we'll get back out here probably later this week and get the well house insulated and make sure that it has a light on in there. That way we don't have any further damage. So right now we're on damage control, just making sure that everything's good. We'll get to making this thing look pretty later on. So we made it back over to the fence. Oh, Cassie just sent a text. Talking about a Christmas present for the kids. Yep, Christmas is coming up. All your shopping better be done soon so you're not facing those last minute deadlines. But I came over here to the fence because I have some unfinished business right there. We had one post that would not go all the way down. We hit rock solid rock. We moved it over a foot or two, still hit rock, moved it over to the other direction, still hit rock. So what do you do when you can't get a post to drive down all the way? Well, today we're going to take a quick look at that and try to figure something out. But before that, I was going to show you guys how I moved the seats up on the side-by-side. So we flopped that seat up and then pushed the bed forward. That gave me more room so I could get the concrete and the other tools that I needed. So just one handy function about the Kawasaki that some of the other side-by-sides didn't have was that right there. Look who came to visit. Hey, what are you doing? Now Shelby's going to play for a little bit. I'm going to cut this post off, but I need to see how much I need to cut off. So it should be about right here. And so we're going to measure up. We need to cut about 10 inches off of this post. This is a 6.5 foot post. And like I said, this is the only one that didn't drop. So not a huge deal. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out. It's not too terribly far down in the ground anyway. think I'm gonna have to go to the other side of the fence though. But I want to take it out. Oh, here it goes. Tricky when you're between barbed wire. You only want to lift about a half an inch at a time. And go cut 10 inches off. So it took just a minute to get it done, but I cut off 10 inches off the bottom of that post. Why did I do that? Well, this cannot go into the ground because the rock is blocking it, but there will be enough in the ground, a few inches, 5, 6 inches, 8 inches to hold it, but it won't have a whole lot at the base. So what am I gonna do to fix that? You saw me grab a bag of concrete out of the shop earlier. So my plan is I'm going to dig out the area underneath that post, and I'm going to put the bag of concrete down. It's an old bag of concrete. It's already got a little bit wet. It's not real powdery, and I want to drive that post into that concrete. So when it rains, it'll harden up solid as a rock, and it should be perfect for holding this post in. So I'm going to go through here and just dig out a thin layer of dirt to put the post down. All right, I think we got her dug out completely. So we're gonna take our bag of Quickcrete, and I'm not even gonna take it out of the bag because, like I said, it's already hardened up quite a bit. I'm just gonna drop it in the hole down here, just like that, kind of want it ground level. There we go. And then I'm gonna take my post and we're gonna put it right in the middle of this concrete. So let me get my post drivers. You can hear that, it hit rock at the bottom. So now we're gonna tie it up. So probably just tie it about right there, and we'll be good to go. So you can see the bottom of that post as well in the bottom of that concrete bag. So this is gonna be really solid by the time we're done. And I'm gonna go ahead and kick the rest of this dirt back around and cover that up. But once we get a good rain and that gets full of water, it'll be hard as a rock. And that will fix our fence problem for good. So the very last thing I wanted to show you before we end the video are these clips. So these are in our Amazon store on Catching Up with the Walkers. You can go check them out. But you put them on, a little different with a drill. I must have left my other drill at Bradford when I was working on a project over there because I can't find it anywhere. But all you do, I'll show you guys real quick how to do these. Try to make sure my post is pretty level. But you just put these around your post. Sometimes those are kind of hard to do, but you get them squeezed together. And then turn your drill and there you go. Pretty simple. I want that one a little bit higher, about like that. I think we'll do good. And then just move on down to your next one. Do that. Put it on the clip. There we go, right in the middle is where I wanted that. There you go, it's that easy. So if you guys have arthritis or you know somebody that has a hard time doing the fence clips, this works really quickly. The main reason I got it too was for our field wire. So when you have 8 inches or 10 inches between the barbed wire, it's not that bad to get your fence pliers in there. But when you're working with the field wire, it's much harder in that little 4-inch gap to get your clip in there. So that works better. I'll show you all of it when I'm done. So here is the finished product. You don't have to, but you can take and bend these down like that. They do kind of stick out otherwise, but they look pretty good when you're all done. And now that post, like I said, I'm gonna go over and fill some dirt in on the other side of the concrete, but that post looks pretty much like the rest of them. So that's all I have today. I have to go pick up Mazzy and take her to her last violin lesson for December. She'll be on Christmas break from her violin lessons for now, but thank you guys so much. I know today was a busy day, going here and there, everywhere, but thank you for taking time out of your day to follow along with us. As far as prayer requests, we've heard a couple of different people that we know personally, close to our family, that have been diagnosed with breast cancer. So I know they're going to get kind of what stage they're in exactly, and more information in the days to come. They just got an early diagnosis. So if you would, please say a prayer. I know that we don't have all the details, but God knows and God can heal, and we believe in that. So we thank you for taking time out of your day to follow along. We hope you have a great day, and God bless.